That's Evelyn.
Just don't touch her. If she's recording, you'll scramble her brain. Wait until I cut her link. Grab it and tell me when you're gonna yank it. I'll break the link at my end at the same time.
All right, let's do this.
Wait for my signal. Here goes. Ready? And...
Now!
Thank God. Evelyn, you hear me?
She okay to be moved? No brain hemorrhages, damage to the spine?
Doesn't seem to have any wounds. Guess we got no choice.
Hey, Evelyn. I need you to tell me who hired you.
Seriously, V? You gotta do this now?
What's wrong with her?
Honestly, I don't know. She's gotta be seriously traumatized.
Let's get her somewhere safe.
Fast, too.
Which way?
I sealed the doors and managed to power the elevators.
Elevators it is, then.
Come on, is it really that hard? Please, just one. For me?
Fine, have it your way. Smoke to your lungs' content.
Finally, something better than exhaust in the stench of the city. Don't tell me you don't feel it. We going in?
Let's give him a couple. You saw how she looked.
If it was up to me, I would have splashed some water on her face back at the studio and asked her straight up.
It's not up to you, though, is it? Let's go. Ah, shit!
She's sleeping. At least I think she is. Her eyes are closed and she's not shaking anymore. I would have already killed her by now if I didn't feel so bad for her.
How's she feeling?
Use your imagination. That place sucked every last drop of humanity from her. It's not enough, she already gave up everything she had. I just kept taking more and more. She's in some kind of trance, like she's folded into herself. No reaction to her surroundings whatsoever. I really didn't want to poke around in her head. I did it for you. I just want you to know that.
You're mad at her? Why?
When you asked me to scour her behavioral chip, I was just about done dealing with your shit.
Judy, I didn't have any
I know.
other...
It's okay.
So I don't get why...
You'll find out in a sec. I'll show you the virtue I found.
Guessing you saw them already.
Yeah, had to wrestle to make sense of the whole thing. But I don't want to say anything and taint your perspective. You should go in with fresh eyes.
How many BDs did you manage to rip?
2. Only one of them's intact. Understandable, though. The rest... well, they're in the same shape as Evelyn right now.
Show me.
Give me a sec while I set the parameters.
Guess we'll find out if our doll really did lose her tune. Come on, V.
Have a seat.
All right. Roll it.
Data was in pretty rough shape. Not all that editable.
Glad you managed to salvage them in the first place.
Needs a second to load. Quality's lousy, but I did what I could.
What am I looking out for? Every single piece of tech I see? Security?
We need a layout of the whole room. We will get everything else we need from the virtue.
What about his messages?
Only if you can do it and be parfait bourré. It's most important that he suspect nothing. Try to be your usual, relaxed self.
And if he starts talking about the biochip himself, should I...
Biochip? Where you hear this? That is not of interest to you. You spin the virtue, you come back here, we give you the eddies. That is your one job. The rest is none of your concern. Understand?
Take a look around if you want.
What am I looking out for? Every single piece of tech I see? Security?
We need a layout of the whole room. We will get everything else we need from the virtue.
What about his messages?
Only if you can do it and be parfait bourré. It's most important that he suspect nothing. Try to be your usual, relaxed self.
And if he starts talking about the biochip himself, should I...
Biochip? Where you hear this? That is not of interest to you. You spin the virtue, you come back here, we give you the eddies. That is your one job. The rest is none of your concern. Understand?
What am I looking out for?
By a letting you...
Can't see your face.
Under normal circumstances, that kind of encryption's easy to crack. But not this time. Whoever she is, she's got serious net running skills.
That, or someone's working it for her.
What am I looking at? Every single
We need
piece of tech I see? What about his messages?
Only... It's most important that he suspect nothing. Try to be your usual,
And if...
relaxed
Might
self.
not be important.
Maybe. But all of them are from Pacifica. Now's down our search at least.
What am I looking out for?
I think I recognize these.
What are they?
Vive markings.
You familiar with them?
Not enough to know what they actually mean. Heard of who might use them, though.
Who?
Could be the Voodoo Boys, but that's just a hunch. Can't be 100% sure.
The spine-chilling Netrunner crew? Hard to find, because they don't want to be. I wouldn't know where to start. What now?
Looks like I'm going on a field trip to Pacifica. All right, think we got everything.
What do you think? What's up with you?
Now we know what happened to Clouds. They're the ones who tried to flatline her. Launched a nuke at her ship.
So it was punishment? For getting played by her?
She knew more than they thought she knew. Couldn't let that go.
So that's who she was running from.
The woman who hired Evelyn. Any idea who we're up against?
Your guess is as good as mine. Sorry, V.
Looks like Evelyn never told us the whole truth.
You're telling me. If I'd known what she'd gotten herself into... I'm so mad at her.
Her only job was to record a virtue. It's pretty damn amazing she managed to organize a full-blown heist. And swipe the biochip from under her boss's noses.
So that's where you came in. She hired you. And brought this all on herself. On you two. There's one more recording. Wanna see it?
Sure, why not? Nothing can surprise me at this point.
Oui, lui aller. Ou te gen raison, moi c'est tout intelligent pour ça, côté bien. Moi c'est pas enragé. En plus, c'est plus bon moyen nous gagner pour nous arriver sur yon nous. Faut que nous prenions chance là. Vous gagnez plus bon l'idée? Très bien. Si vous décidez si c'est bon critiquer ça me pense, à continuer à faire travail.
What language is she speaking?
I don't know. Haitian Creole? It is the Voodoo Boys.
Didn't I... Wait, let me see if I've got an auto-translator. Meantime, you try to tune into the phone's frequency. See what the other side's saying. Try scanning the phone.
Oui, lui aller. Vous te gen raison, moi c'est tout intelligent.
Got it. Give it a second.
Heard her mention Yorinobu.
Probably why Evelyn buried this recording deep. Cut another name. Something like... Silverhand?
We have to know what they're saying. Could be important.
Fine. Just found the auto-translate package. Should get along fine with your system. I'll install it now.
Ti poupée a déjà allé?
Oui, lui aller. Vous te gen raison, moi c'est tout intelligent pour ça, côté bien.
Ou pensez moi ça la fait un problème?
Moi c'est pas enragé. En plus, c'est plus bon moyen nous gagner pour nous arriver sur yon nous. Faut que nous prenions chance là.
Moi t'as ramé quoi même j'avais oh. Qui si le rend a mené nous direct sous Alt.
Vous gagnez plus bon l'idée? Très bien. Si vous décidez si c'est bon critiquer ça me pense, à continuer à faire travail.
Ti poupée a déjà allé?
Là, sous point. Oui, lui aller. Vous avez raison, moi c'est tout intelligent pour ça, côté bien.
Ou pensez moi ça la fait un problème?
Moi c'est pas enragé. En plus, c'est plus bon moyen nous gagner pour nous arriver sur yon nous. Faut que nous prenions chance là.
Moi t'as ramé quoi même j'avais oh. Qui si le rend a mené nous direct sous Alt.
Vous gagnez plus bon l'idée? Très bien. Si vous décidez si c'est bon critiquer ça me pense, à continuer à faire travail.
Okay, Judy, we're good.
All right, disconnecting. I don't get it. What's this have to do with Johnny Silverhand? He died, like, forever ago. V, you got any idea?
Long story, trust me.
Go ahead. I'm all ears.
Now's not the best time. Can you give me a minute? I need to go over some stuff. In my head.
Of course.
Know who they are, who the woman is. Any idea how we find them?
Fuck, V. I've been dead the last half-century. Sorry if I'm unable to hand you all the answers on a chrome fucking platter when you snap your fingers.
These people, what could they want from Alt?
How the hell should I know?
Got no notion whatsoever?
One way or another, everything leads back to that netrunner. Finding her's our biggest priority. If she knows as much as I think she knows about the chip, she can help us out.
Thought you said nothing could help us.
Nah, just find us that Juju wirehead, okay?
Wait, you got any idea how to get in touch with the Voodoo Boys?
Why? Worried they'll give Evelyn up to him?
No. I didn't trust you at first, but... Well, if you wanted to get back at Evelyn, you would have done it already.
So why the worried look?
I want it all to work out for you. You got a plan?
I'll ask around, make a few calls. Let me put it this way. The Voodoo Boys wouldn't trust a cat if it walked onto their turf. But someone's gotta know a way in.
Well, good luck. Hope you won't need it.
Thanks, Judy.
No, V. Thank you. You're a good person. Evelyn could never see what was under people's skin. If she could have gotten to know you a bit better, then... who knows? Things might have turned out differently. What's new?
Nothing special, same old story. I'd rather hear about you. Interesting.
Place looks like a fucking antique museum.
Then I guess you should feel right at home.
Chick's got taste.
That all you have to say?
And she's nice. 6 out of 10.
What's new with the mocks?
Susie isn't giving me the time of day, as usual.
How'd you hook up with the mocks in the first place?
I thought Susie and the gang could really change something in this city. I believed in them.
Winded up business as usual.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far. Few Joy Toys' lives really changed for the better thanks to them.
Hey, I don't think I know you.
I'm Claire. You might not remember me. Bartender at the Afterlife?
Uh-oh, forgot to close my tab?
Bar has a buzz about you lately. As the merc who's reliable, gets things done. And since I need help,
Okay.
need a driver for street races. Drop by my auto shop, I'll tell you more.
Your garage, where is it?
In Arroyo, on Valley. Lovely spot. You can't miss it.
All right, I'll try not to.
If I'm not there when you arrive, just hang. I'll show up after my shift at the after.
Okay, see you, Claire. Couldn't you replace Susie and lead the mocks?
No way in hell. I'll stick with tuning virtues, thank you very much. If you haven't noticed, I'm not much of a people person.
I got another question on my mind.
Shoot.
How's virtue tuning going? Scroll anything preem lately?
Depends what you call preem. Does smut count?
Guess I kinda have to be into a little bit of everything. When it comes to virtues, I'm mostly in it for the intel.
You mean seeing who killed who using what?
Something like that. But you see it differently. For you, it's art. How'd you get into virtues, anyway?
I always had a techie streak, ever since I was a little kid. When I felt my first virtue, I was like, hey, I can make this way better. So I tried, and I did. And then it just snowballed from there.
I always wondered, why the smut industry?
Isn't it obvious? 2 minutes of real feels a week's pay.
Yeah, sure, but I thought someone like you wouldn't be into the whole objectification thing.
Objectification? Not in my virtues. My actors love what they do, and that's why everyone wants to feel them. Can't fake old school emotions.
Something else I wanted to talk about.
Got all the time in the world.
Didn't know she dabbled in robotics.
Now that's fucking Shimra. Think that's how she winds down?
After a day's work of tuning hardcore smut, wouldn't be surprised. How's virtue tuning going? Scroll anything preem lately?
Depends what you call preem. Does smut count?
Political opponent, former District Attorney Jefferson Perales, also... Good evening, Night City! Joining us in the studio tonight is Maria Jimenez, reporter for the Pacific and a cyberspace specialist. And of course, the author of her new book, The Undoing Fall of the First Net. Maria, rumor has it that you were once a net runner.
Is that right?
Well, is it true? Oh, and there it is, folks. Now, the question is, Maria, do you still go to cyberspace?
No. Promised myself I'd never set foot in there again.
And why's that?
Because I don't want to fry my brain to a crisp. Cyberspace was never safe to begin with. But after Rach Bartmoss unleashed rabbits, the place turned into a hellscape overnight.
Hell, as in lakes of fire and demons poking you with pitchforks?
No. I'm talking about malware that can flatline you in a matter of nanoseconds. AIs that creep into your brain via your connection. Data vortexes that would make a sane person lose their mind.
Sounds spooky, but someone must still be in there, right?
Mm-hmm. Probably overchipped corpos in cryosuits using up half the energy grid. Or just crazy people.
Alright, but let's say I, Ziggy Q, jack myself into cyberspace.
Your brain would implode. Literally. The internal pressure in your head would increase 3 times over. Without a dedicated
let's forget about that for a sec. What would I see in those few nanoseconds before I flatline?
All depends on you. Cyberspace is data flowing straight into your brain. It bypasses all of your normal senses. Sight, touch, hearing. You'd have to visualize it somehow. Otherwise, well, you know what happens. You'd see some clouds resonating, pixels falling in a drizzle. It's hard to describe.
Fascinating. And just a tad disturbing. After all, this is cyberspace we're talking about. But us ordinary netizens, we don't have anything to worry about, right?
I think you're gonna have to reread my book, Siggy.
That I will, Maria. And everyone else watching should do the same. Maria Jimenez's book, The Undoing Fall of the First Net, available tomorrow in stores near you. Thanks for being on the show with us, Maria. Well, Night City, our time's up. Till next time.
Someone likes getting their feet wet.
Don't need to be an expert to tell the Gears pro.
The answers to these questions and more can be found at the address at the bottom of your screen. Check it out.
Who would have thought?
Perilous future. Electropunk? I'd rather puke out my ears.
Hello. It's time for your local news. A raid on an organic meat trafficking ring and a malaria outbreak in the Glen. But first, we turn to a mysterious connectivity failure in Pacifica. Most of the district was cut off from the world for several hours, as residents could not connect to the net, local subnets, or comm systems. The NCPD has urged calm, claiming the outage was a result of standard maintenance work. We continue our look at local news after the break.
Well.
The Bushido collection in BD format.
First three are collector's items nowadays. Something else I wanted to talk about.
Got all the time in the world.
Hey, yourself?
Everything sucks.